I'll give everybody just a minute to find some seating. We do have the bleachers open. If we have some employees and students, if we're running out of chairs, we can have some folks up in the bleachers. Yeah, y'all can scoot that bench down a little bit. I'll give everybody just a second so some folks can go up in the bleachers. Well, good afternoon and welcome, students, colleagues, donors, patrons, and friends. I'm Jennifer Methvin, and it is my honor to serve as the chancellor of the campuses of ASU-Beebe. Thank you for joining us today in the Owen Center Gymnasium. I look around this room and I see some alum who have shared stories with me about your times as a student and what part this gym played in your educational journey. I've been told stories about falling in love in our bleachers, stories about shin splints and volleyball spikes. Some of us present today are old enough to remember the old gym in State Hall where, when I began my career at ASU-Beebe in 1991, we were still holding arena registration. And I have to tell you, in 1991, we were still pretty proud of this new gym. I see in our crowd today our faculty who teach in this gym, employees who get their steps in each day by making laps around this gym, and community members who have attended or hosted events in this gym. I have witnessed a few pretty competitive employee versus student basketball games in this gym, including one where the students felt a little bit sorry for our breathless employees and sent a couple players over to sub them out. Turns out you can trade skins and shirts pretty fast. I myself have shot arrows over there, over and around and under that net, completely missing the target, gaining a sore shoulder, and not winning a turkey in this gym. Today we also have some of our current students with us. These students' physical education classes take place in this gym. Many of their intramural opportunities take place in this gym. They hang out and shoot hoops, and they walk across the stage to receive their diplomas in this gym. Each year we host over 2,000 high school FFA students from across the state for our Ag Day, and nearly over 1,000 of our students on our potential students on our preview days. Next week we'll host our scholarship reception, and later this spring the Beebe Chamber of Commerce's annual banquet in this gym. In fact, at all modest counts, more than 10,000 people pass through this facility annually. It's a constant challenge to access the resources to keep our facilities in top, up-to-date form. Some of you know that last year we were fortunate to have some federal sources that allowed us to update our Owen Center Theater. What an impact that project has had on our students and our community members who attend classes, productions, concerts, and events in our theater. When we were working on that project, I called the theater our formal living room. Well, friends, if the theater is our formal living room, then this gym doubles as our family room and rec room. It was added to the Owen Center in 1982, and if you look around the room with me, you will see that after 40 years, it too is in need of some love, attention, restoration, and Vanguard branding. When I came back to ASU-Beebe as chancellor in 2018, I was soon handed a proposal for their gym restoration project. It was in the Vanguard community's thoughts and dreams long before I got back here. It has taken just a bit of time to put together the resources to embark on this project. And today, we are here to share that the $250,000 project will begin in just a few weeks and will include a new maple wood sports surface from Gym Masters basketball courts of Searcy, fresh paint on the walls and the ceilings, a new scoreboard, some new padding, and potentially some new benches. Because ASU-Beebe is fortunate to have remarkable alumni and community partners who invest in our community, the $250,000 project will be a 100% donor-funded project. Our three announcements today will center on some significant donations and a fundraising campaign, and I want to get straight to the first announcement and introduce you to one of those remarkable community partners. We are joined today by Mr. Corey Williams, who will join me in just a few moments. Mr. Williams serves as Division President for Centennial Bank. He's a Cabot School Board member, an A-State alum, a proud family man, and a forward-thinking and involved community member. If you look around our communities, you will see the support that Mr. Williams and Centennial Bank provide to our communities, particularly in our area schools. And our development officer, Andrea Cole, and I are fortunate that Mr. Williams is an ASU-Beebe supporter who kindly and enthusiastically made time to allow us to pitch an ambitious idea. Well, Mr. Williams supported that ambitious idea. I think I said, am I crazy, Corey? I believe that's what I said. No, I don't think you're crazy. We're going to work on this a little bit. I don't think you're crazy. He supported that ambitious idea, and on January 30th, the ASU System Board of Trustees met in a special session to consider a resolution around that ambitious idea. I want to read that resolution to you now. And I'm going to take a drink of water before I do. Whereas the Board of Trustees has retained unto itself the authority to name facilities and programs within the Arkansas State University system. And whereas Centennial Bank, a respected leader in the banking and financial industry in Arkansas, is a supporter of higher education and the students we serve. And whereas Centennial Bank has made significant contributions for the benefit of Arkansas State University Beebe of a magnitude worthy of special gratitude and lasting recognition. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of the Arkansas State University System that the Gymnasium on the Arkansas State University Beebe campus shall be known from now until January 30th, 2030 as Centennial Bank Gymnasium. Duly adopted and approved this 30th day of January 2023 by Jerry Morgan, Chair, Steve Eddington, Vice Chair, Robert Rudolph, Secretary, Paul Roughton, Price Gardner, and Christy Clark, Board of Trustees members, and Dr. Chuck Welch, the ASU System President. Friends, that significant contribution is the largest one-time capital gift for a Beebe campus project that this institution has ever received. It is a $100,000 gift, representing 40%. It represents 40% of our project goal, and friends, you are sitting in Centennial Bank Gymnasium. Mr. Williams is here to present a check on behalf of Centennial, and at this time, Corey, I invite you to the stage. Tell 3 ones. We are excited about this opportunity.
Well, Well, thank you, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Methvin, for the introduction. As she said, my name is Corey Williams, representing Centennial Bank. And let me say first, I do appreciate Dr. Methvin and Andrea Cole for what they've done for this project. And in working with them directly over the last few weeks, it's been an honor to work with them. Second, I want to thank my staff members who are here. We've got several staff members from Centennial Bank. I also have several of my regional board members here. I do appreciate their support by being here. Let me say it's an honor to work for a company that is a very successful company, but also is successful in making sure that we're part of our communities that we're in. They encourage us to be a part of the community, not only in our time, but also with our money that we're able to produce as a bank. ASU-Beebe, there's no doubt that this campus has been a benefit to not only Beebe but to the region. As Dr. Methvin said, I live in Cabot. I've been a resident of Cabot, my family and I, for over 20 years, and I've directly seen the benefit of this campus and what it does for the region. Whether it's the first step for an individual in their educational pathway that leads them to other educational institutions in the United States, or whether this is their only stop that sends them out into the career, there is no doubt that ASU-Beebe has provided such a benefit to the educational opportunities for thousands and thousands of individuals. It's no secret that Centennial Bank has been a partner with ASU, the ASU system. You can see that at their Jonesboro campus. So I'm just so honored that this project came up that allows us to be a partner not only in the Jonesboro campus but also here in Beebe, and it's going to be a long-term relationship, and we're just honored to be a part of it, and I just thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Corey. Your words and your patronage mean a whole lot to us, to our students in this community that we serve. At this time, I invite ASU-Beebe Development and Major Gifts Officer Andrea Cole to the podium for the second, remember there's three, second portion of our announcements today. Andrea?
Thank you all for being here today. Like Dr. Methvin said, my name is Andrea Cole, and I'm Development Officer here at ASU-Beebe. It's an honor to be home here at ASU-Beebe. This is the town that I grew up in. And this is an exciting time for us here. And we're so thankful that everyone was able to come out today, and thankful for our partnership with Centennial Bank. They're not only our partner for the past few years, but much larger presence now on campus. The gym restoration project has already gotten off to a huge start, especially with the $100,000 donation. But we have some other locations in the gym that we have sold and some opportunities still available. So on the scoreboard and the court side and some benches that we can put names on. So when I say your name and your business, stand up and we'll recognize everyone that's already donated. And then if you are interested in one of those spots, then see me after and we can set you up. So there have been 3 spots sold. 2 are secured for the scoreboard, which is Kathy Oath with Oath and Associates Realty. The family of John and Robin Hayes. And on the scoreboards, we have 1 last spot, so if you're interested in that, let me know. Also, there will be 4 courtside logos or ads on the court. And we have R-Care and Jamie Mobley here. And so there's 3 additional spots remaining there. And then we have 6 sideline or courtside benches available. A lot of times those are plaques that are in memory of or in honor of, but we can certainly put corporate logos on there to sponsor those benches. We're excited about it. So far, that equates to around $32,000 plus the 100, and then we have another special announcement here in just a minute.
And this is good to be the one that gets to pull the microphone up, because I usually follow Chuck Welch and have to pull it. Well, friends, if you've been keeping up with the math, you'll see that we have donors who to date have funded roughly 60% of our project. Did I mention we are blessed beyond measure with Board of Visitors members, Development Council members, and donors who are personally vested in our work and who support our students. And I would like to ask those who serve on our Board of Visitors and our Development Council to please stand and let us thank you for your leadership. ASU-Beebe has also been blessed over the years with remarkable faculty and staff. Each year at our employee appreciation event, I am reminded of how many employees we have, both past and present, who spent all or most of their professional careers at ASU-Beebe and who have terms of service of 25, 30, 40, there's even a 50-year term of service out there, Dr. McKay. It's incredible, and we sometimes forget how blessed we are to have that devotion among our faculty and staff. I have the pleasure of meeting people all over our state who are proud to tell me they are ASU-Beebe alum. And we are fortunate to have a number of alumni serving on our Development Council, working and living in our communities, and present with us today. I love hearing their stories. As I said earlier, many of those stories are centered on what happened in this gym. But perhaps a theme larger than that are stories about the positive impact that an ASU-Beebe faculty or staff member has had on the alum's life. Among those former employees who are often cited fondly in those stories is Jeannie Myers Lindsey. Best known as Coach Lindsey, who served this institution for 37 years and who, if she were honest, might tell us we're in her house right now. Many of those stories about shin splints and volleyball spikes feature her as a mentor, a confidant, student advocate, surrogate mother, sometimes disciplinarian, sometimes challenging coach, challenging those skills and physical abilities, but always teaching, always serving, always making students and their well-being and success the center of her world, and always a hoot to hang out with. She and her family are here with us today. Would you all let everybody know who you are? Friends, the final portion of our fundraising campaign is another ambitious idea, but one that will honor Coach Lindsey. We challenge you to help us find 100 friends, alumni, and/or supporters to pledge $1,000 each to name our new sports court Jeannie Myers Lindsey Court to honor the work and wisdom of Coach Lindsey. Reaching that goal will make the full gym restoration possible. I'll give you a few more details about this portion of our campaign shortly, but first, I would like to invite alumna and retired ASU-Beebe employee Robin Hayes to the podium to tell us a bit more about Coach Lindsey, followed by Dean of Arts and Humanities Teddy Davis, who will share how this project will help us enhance the student experience at ASU-Beebe. Robin? Oh, yes. I apologize. I've got to unveil the court. Jeannie Myers Lindsey Court. It's going to be a good-looking court, don't you think?
Thank you, Dr. Methvin. In the fall of 1973, Coach Lindsey came to my home in McRae, Arkansas, and visited with my parents and I. And she wanted to talk to us about if I wanted to maybe continue playing basketball after my senior year right here at ASU-Beebe. My family and I were humbled that she even thought about me and the thought of coming to college. My brother had been here, but I wasn't sure that I would even qualify. I knew that I loved basketball, and I loved when Coach Lindsey would come and watch the high school games, and I knew she had been hanging out a little bit, but I sure didn't think it was for me. But what she told me that evening when she left our home has stuck with me, and I've tried to follow in that suit. And she said, "You know what, Robin Crisco? I want you to play basketball. I want you to play basketball. But more than that, I want to walk across the campus, and I want to see you in Wilma Beard's English class. And I want to see you in Miss Mitchell's Fine Arts, Miss Sybil Mitchell's Fine Arts class. I want to see you in Bob Shane's biology, and I want you never to miss a lab." And that meant so much to me. And yeah, I played a little ball, then I fizzled out because there was a gentleman in BB named John Powell Hayes that wanted me to consider marrying him. And I thought, well, maybe I better. So I did. But fast forward 18 years after I left here, and I got a phone call from Coach Lindsey, and she said, "Robin Hayes, I need you. And I know that you're working full-time at another university, and I know you have your children, and I know you are busy, but ASU-Beebe needs you, and I need you to come teach 2 nights a week." And I said, "Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will be happy to do that." Fast forward a few more years, and I had the opportunity to be here full-time. And my biggest ally, the person who worked so hard to help me make that dream for me and my family come true, was guess who? Miss Jeannie Lindsey. I had an opportunity one time, and I have to tell this story and then I'll close, because I'm in admission still in my heart, and we can talk a long time. I was at North Arkansas Community College, and everywhere that I traveled, especially the first 10 years or so, every college fair that I attended, I would have people come up to me and say, "Did you know Coach Lindsey?" And I said, "I certainly did." And I had a gentleman come up to me, and he had brought a group from his high school, and he said he saw the ASU-Beebe drape, and he came over and he said, "Did you know Coach Lindsey?" And I said, "Of course I did." And he said, "Well, I came to BB my first 2 years. I wanted to be a coach so desperately, and I came to BB the first 2 years. And he said, Coach Lindsey taught me how to play defense and how to teach defense. And he said that you would work with him sometimes in the afternoons after class, and you taught him how to teach defense. And he said that you told him that the best thing to do is to stay focused. If you just react, you're 3 seconds late and you've already failed. So he used that measure to teach boys and to teach girls how to play defense. And through that, he said, my life changed. And I was able to fulfill something that I had wanted to do all my life. And he said, the next time you see Coach Lindsey, you tell her, I know how to teach defense. So, Coach Lindsey, you were the best to all of us. You were the best for all of us. And we're better to have known you. We're better people to have you. And you are part of the legacy of ASU-Beebe, and you always will be. I'd also like to welcome all of you here this afternoon. My name is Teddy Davis, and I'm the Dean for Arts and Humanities. And a lot of why I was Division Chair for a number of years and then had the opportunity to become Dean of the Arts and Humanities when we reorganized was because of somebody named Jeannie Lindsey. I often refer to Jeannie as my work mom. I went to school here at Beebe, then I went to Jonesboro, came back to Beebe, went to work here for Jeannie Lindsey. She was the division chair, and she took me under her wing, and I was her sidekick until she retired. And she prepared me to be able to take over as division chair and recommended me. And she really was my work mom, and has helped me to be professionally who I am, but more importantly, to personally be who I hope that I am. And that is somebody that always puts our students first. I learned that from her, and if I had not done that, she would have smacked me, you know. One of my favorite Jeannie stories, though, because our offices were right next door to each other, she yelled. She didn't even get up. She just yelled at me. She said, "What did you spend $5,000 on?" I didn't spend $5,000 on anything. It says here you did. So I come in her office and I'm looking over her shoulder, and sure enough, it said I'd spent $5,000 on something. Well, what was funny is I was doing the social science account at that time, but I was also doing the concert lecture account. And I had put the wrong account number on something, and it went all the way through, which is what was kind of interesting. But we had a lot of good times working together, and we felt like we were able to produce a lot of quality for our division and for the institution as a whole. I'm very proud to be a part of ASU-Beebe and to be a part of the Arts and Humanities division. I can't imagine my life without it, and I guess that's why they haven't been able to get rid of me, because I've had a hard time separating myself from ASU-Beebe. And this facility, I was not a basketball player, so I don't have any basketball stories to tell, but this facility has been extremely important to ASU-Beebe, and I'm very proud to see that it's going to continue to be important to us. Classes are taught in this gym. Intramural sports are played here. Graduation is held here. And numerous other campus and community events take place right here. No fewer than 10 outside events will take place in this gym just this spring. This facility is used a great deal, and we are very proud to see that we're going to get the upgrade that we need. Some of the events that are going to take place or have taken place this spring include Ag Day, Preview Day, a dodgeball tournament, a campus evening of thanks event, UCA transfer event, Beebe High School cream of the crop, Ag Day event, and of course then our graduations. So this facility is used a lot and is very integral to this institution. We have 2 PE instructors, Pam Burke, who is not present. She's teaching a class, believe it or not. She's teaching yoga right now. But she came by and visited with Jeannie for a few minutes before and said, "I'm sorry I can't be at the event because I have to go teach class."
And then Charles Burns, who's also a physical education instructor and our intramurals coordinator. Stand up, Charles. When Pam came in, and shortly after Pam, Charles, one of the first things they said is, we've got to upgrade our equipment. So they immediately began working to upgrade the equipment that we had. And now to get the facility upgraded really makes us proud. And Charles has absolutely breathed new life into our intramural program, and we're very proud of that. As Dr. Methvin mentioned, we did get an upgrade of our theater recently, and that's on the other end of the building, so now we're going to get this on this end of the building. Now if we can just sort of get the middle, we'll be in great shape here in Owen Center. And this building has kind of become the heart of the campus. Just about everybody that passes through the doors of ASU-Beebe takes classes in the Owen Center. And so this will be extremely beneficial to everyone. And I am so proud to be a part of this and to be able to recognize Jeannie today because of the impact she's had on so many lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin, and thank you, Teddy. We could tell stories about these two very impactful ladies as well. Teddy, I don't know if you noticed this, but Coach Burns has a catalog under his chair there. He was turning down pages in that catalog when I got to the gym today. Well, as I said, today we issue the challenge. We're looking for 100 alumni, employees, community members, ASU-Beebe supporters, old friends, new friends, groups or individuals to pledge $1,000 each to name our new court, Jeannie Myers Lindsey Court. The pledge can be paid now or over a 2-year period. Employees may designate a payroll deduction for their pledge. These pledges could come from a single donor or groups who combine their giving power to honor Coach Lindsey. A donor wall recognizing each gift will be outside the main entrance for years to come. Before I call Andrea Cole back to the podium to talk to us about the timeline of the project and to close us out, I think we have several guests here who want to step forward and get this campaign rolling. Remember, we need 100 to give 1,000. Dean Tucker, I believe Miss Cole, my assistant, or Kim Gullahorn are over gathering some people up, but I would like to take the privilege of starting us off. And I've done really well and haven't cried yet, but here we go. From Roger and Jennifer Methvin, in honor of Jeannie Lindsey, $1,000 for her kindness to me early in my career and for her example, for the impact she's had on students across many years at ASU-Beebe, and for her kindness to me now as I have returned to this institution. That's one. And for Dr. Welch, our ASU system president, and his wife, Mandy, $1,000 in honor of Jeannie Myers Lindsey for her devotion to this institution and to our students, and for his pride in this being the institution where he served once as our chief academic officer, and he loves Jeannie Lindsey. That's two.
All right, so that is $2,000 towards the pledge. Dr. Methvin, come down. We're going to get y'all all in a line, right? Representing the Methvins and the Welches, Dr. Methvin. Next, we're going to recognize our next donor who is already pledged towards that amount.
So this makes me want to cry, but Miss Lindsey was my mom too. She was mom to everybody, but my husband and I will pledge $1,000 towards naming the court. So Joe and Andrea Cole, that's 3.
Absolutely, that is $3,000. Join us up here. All right. All right. Next, we have already received a pledge for Hugh and Luann Burge, from Hugh and Luann Burge, for $1,000. That puts us at $4,000 towards that goal. If we could have somebody from Suzanne, maybe from the Lindsey family, or, awesome. Y'all are all lined up over there. Why don't y'all come over here? Just already move down the line, all of y'all over here. All right, so tell us who you are, where you're from, and how much you're pledging.
I'm Benji Lindsey, and I'm for the Lindsey family, and we're going to donate $1,000.
$1,000. That's $5,000, folks.
Okay, the next one is not here either, but it's Dr. Diane Tyner Logan.
Awesome. That is $1,000. That puts us at $6,000.
I'm Dr. Hazel Dickey. My husband and I have pledged $1,000.
Thank you, Dr. Dickey. That gets us to $7,000.
My husband Todd and I, my name is Leanne Burrow. We've given $1,000.
Awesome. $1,000. That's $8,000.
I'm Howard Chapin from Heber Springs. The Chapin family is pledging $1,000 to the basketball court.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's $9,000.
Gene Higginbotham, thank you, Coach, for everything. $2,500.
Awesome. $2,500. That puts us at 10-5. 10-5, right?
I'm Garth Martin. I'm probably the oldest alumni here. I thought, sure, in view of my illustrious basketball back in over 70 years ago, that they named the gym after me. But I guess I wasn't as good as they thought it was. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. That puts us at 11-5, right? 11-5. Awesome.
I'm Brett Ferris. This is Keith Feather. We are partners in Gym Masters, and we're donating $5,000 in honor of Miss Lindsey.
Absolutely. Congratulations. So if you've been totaling that, right, that $5,000 plus the Burges actually gave $2,000, not one. That's my fault. We're already $18,000 towards our goal. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Absolutely.
We are off to a fantastic start. We are now over the $150,000 donation mark towards our goal. So we have about $100,000 more to raise. So we need you to talk to your friends, family, alumni, any connections, and holler at me. We have a website page that will be live after this event. It's giveasub.com/gym. So you can go on there and make your donation online, or you could just grab a pledge card on your way out. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our timeline. So the restoration will actually start very quickly. Our goal is to have the completed project done by the time the students return in the fall, and we're having an all-year class reunion in September. So the court will be down, and we'll be able to have that event on the new floor. So we're very excited about that. The entire gym will get a makeover from the ceiling, acoustical panels, doors, walls, everything's going to get painted. Some of the painting on the exterior of the gym, right out in this hallway, will be painted what we're calling the Teddy Davis blue. It's the royal blue color. So that's going to get started on next week. So we're very excited about that. The remaining paint will be done starting the week before spring break. And we'll go about 3 weeks, and then we'll stop, wait till classes end for the semester, and then we'll pick it back up this summer and get the floor put in. So we're very excited about this. We're excited to have Brett Ferris and his crew with Gym Masters here. They're the ones going to be doing the floor, and they're right here in Searcy. So we're very excited about that. I want to thank you all for coming today. We have some pledge cards, and if you're interested in sponsorship information, then all of that will be on the table when you leave. Okay, so anyone from Centennial or the board and students would like for you to come to the front, and we're going to get a picture after the event. Thank you for coming.